What's up everyone, welcome back to another What If video. Last time, we concluded with a setup to a brand new arc. Or, at least a familiar arc with a brand new twist. It turns out, Cell never died in this timeline, he was never caught and he kept lurking about. He eventually was able to meet Babidi and Deborah, and in his pursuit of perfection, he started working with them. And now, having held up his end of the deal, Babidi helped make him perfect. And we've witnessed the birth of Majin Perfect Cell. For this video, let's hit a like goal of 2,500 likes, and once we hit that, I'll continue with another part to this series. Anyways, let's pick up from here. With Cell now ready to fight, Pui and Deborah head into the ship. They may not even need to fight anybody. Cell not only feels confident right now, but he's happy. After so long, he's finally attained perfection. Plus, he's a Majin now and has that power boost from that. Babidi commands him, telling him to attack. Cell looks back and grins. Well, Babidi said so he'll do it. Almost instantaneously, he attacks Babidi, and with a single swipe of his tail, Babidi is killed. This whole time, Cell has used Babidi. He had the foresight and intelligence for this. What, did you really think he was going to sit back and let this happen to him, being a slave to Babidi and Deborah? No, this is Cell we're talking about. Deborah and Pui then watch in fear, as Cell aims a blast towards them, leaving the two gravely injured. So now, Cell could focus on his main target, Goku and all the other Saiyans with him. Even with his new power, they may be able to give him a good fight. And you know what? Maybe if he's looking for some fun later, that Buu guy sounds interesting. He remembers Babidi and Deborah rambling about that guy. This fight against the Saiyans and their friends might be a little too easy. So, if worse comes to worse and he kills them too quickly, Cell will just revive Buu himself. He does want a fun fight after all. All he wants is to grow stronger and prove his perfection. A pretty simple goal, really. The group attempts to face Cell. He's strong, but not incredibly overpowered. Like, I wouldn't say he's necessarily Buu level, but he's probably nearing on that level because of his training and the Majin curse that he has. He definitely would be above where Super Perfect Cell was, probably by a considerable amount. So the group tries to fight him, but they're not really able to accomplish too much. Of course, his regeneration is a bit of an issue, combined with his massive strength. But mid-fight, Cell realizes something. Why kill these guys? Why not use them? So, during the fight, he extends his tail out towards Vegeta, but he dodges in a split second. Vegeta realizes who's standing behind him, and tells Cell not to do it. But Cell's tail suddenly stops, and Vegeta slowly turns around, knowing what waits behind him. Goku, Gohan, and all the others look in horror as they see. Suspended in the air, they see Tarble being held up by Cell's tail, impaled directly in his chest. Cell absorbs all of Tarble's energy, with Tarble weakly saying Vegeta's name, as Cell drops him to the ground, now lifeless. Cell retracts his tail. That was a nice meal. Now, who's next? Vegeta looks frozen in time, trying to process it all. He goes completely pale, then falls to his knees. Cell watches. This is actually pretty funny, as Vegeta then screams, slamming his fist into the ground, forming a giant crater around him. Instantly, his aura explodes. It's enough to fling some of his allies backwards. Slowly, he stands up. His aura is incredibly tense, and he looks terrifying. His eyes are completely white. Lightning around him arcs and turns the sand into glass due to its sheer power, causing the ground to literally shatter around him as he stands up. In an instant, he launches towards Cell, punching right through his stomach. Cell is shocked. What is this? He recollects himself regenerating, and swings at Vegeta, hitting him square in the face, but Vegeta tanks the hit. As he gets angrier by the second, he gets stronger too. There's seemingly no end to his power in sight. He is completely berserk. He swings around, delivering a kick to Cell. Cell tries to block it, but it just snaps his arm off. He regenerates, quickly trying to prepare a Kamehameha, but Vegeta also prepares an attack. He launches a massive final flash towards Cell, screaming out as the two enter a desperate beam struggle. Cell is actually struggling here, as is Vegeta. Seeing this as an opportunity, everyone jumps in to help. And this is enough to turn the tides and seemingly destroy Cell, as his beam is overpowered and a crater is left behind, also creating a massive divot off into space where the beam went. Vegeta then powers down, depressed and feeling defeated. He couldn't save Tarble. Goku tells Vegeta they can gather the Dragon Balls right away, but it's just the principle of it. He was caught up in the heat of the moment and forgot, but still, even if they can revive Tarble, he'll remember this. It should have been him. As all his allies try reasoning with him and help cheering him up, Shin and Kibito watch, feeling a mix of terror and relief. Vegeta was somehow able to kill Cell, seemingly. They knew the Saiyans were strong, but what was this power-up? As everyone recollects themselves, Kibito walks up to the remains of the ship. Looking down, he then tells everyone to come over there. They're able to see directly towards the bottom of the ship. And down at that bottom floor, a half-dead Pui and Deborah are still moving. During this whole fight, they were able to get into the ship and monitor Buu's egg, and this fight actually ended up giving enough energy for Buu's revival. The two of them weakly laugh. Even without Babidi, it doesn't matter, they'll command Buu. A giant cloud of steam then erupts from the ship, as Buu then comes out of his egg. Pui and Dabura ask Buu to heal them, and he thinks for a second then smiles, as he proceeds to turn them both into cookies, eating them. The group doesn't know what to do now. Vegeta's power-up was helpful, but it seemed like it was temporary, maybe not something he can access at will. Buu then slowly floats up towards them, as weakly the group prepares to fight. But to make matters worse, they then see something. Far away, in the divot created by Vegeta's final flash, they see little specks coming together. They don't even believe what they're seeing. It's Cell. He's regenerating. Now this time without the M on his forehead. Stronger than before as well. He chuckles to himself. It seems he died and came back. Luckily he was able to make sure his core remained intact. And he looks over and sees, oh, that Buu guy was actually revived. He'll make for a nice snack. He seems strong, but stupid. Cell tries to attack. The two begin fighting each other, as Shin curses and tells everyone to grab onto him. This may be bad, but it's also a chance to escape, so they take the opportunity, as Shin quickly brings everyone to the sacred world of Kai's, trying to come up with a plan so everyone can train. Vegeta is still distraught, and on top of that, there's people still on Earth that they want to save. But it seems he's finally calmed down, once again getting a grasp on reality, and he decides to take charge. He'll do whatever it takes to kill Buu, kill Cell, and revive Tarble. He doesn't care what it takes. It's weird. Goku and Gohan have never seen this side of Vegeta, same for the other fighters there. Shin then tells everyone about the Z-Sword. Maybe it would be a good idea if Vegeta tried to pull it out. He seems like he's the strongest one right now. So, Vegeta goes towards it and gets ready. Meanwhile on Earth, Cell is still set on absorbing Buu, while Buu is set on killing Cell. The two continue to fight, and it's a pretty long one at that. Cell is able to stab Buu here and there, gathering some energy, which lets him continuously regenerate without worrying about his stamina or anything. After Cell's boost in power, the two are very close to each other, with each fighter matching the other in strength, especially now that Cell has been able to steal some of Buu's energy. And not to mention, both of them can regenerate. This fight is not only a huge spectacle, but it's a very prolonged one. Both fighters are very stubborn. I mean, we all know how Buu is. So, just as Cell is set on stealing his energy, Buu slowly gets angrier as he doesn't reach his goal. Cell even notices during the battle. Extremely hot steam begins erupting from Buu's head. He grits his teeth and continues trying to fight Cell. In Buu's classic caveman speak, he tells Cell two words. Buu, angry. Cell just laughs at this. How childish. He can go all day. He doesn't care. As he then hits Buu with a powerful punch, grabbing his antenna and then swinging him around, flinging him to a nearby mountain. As long as he keeps chipping away at Buu's energy, it keeps him fueled up and it helps Buu power down. It's a bit annoying and it's going to take a while, but Cell definitely feels like he can win this one. From the now destroyed mountain, Buu stands up, more steam emerges from him, and the ground begins to shake as he goes towards Cell, the area getting hotter and hotter from the steam. Buu is starting to get fed up, and suddenly, he erupts with a massive explosion, blowing himself up in an effort to kill Cell. He restrains himself though, wanting to keep Earth intact so he can get some more sweets. And from this explosion, he regenerates, as does Cell. But Cell is then surprised to see there's two Buus now. Buu's explosion was out of anger, and that created evil Buu. Cell just looks in astonishment. This guy is really a weird fighter. But if there's two Buus, that means he could devise a plan. Buu hasn't noticed him yet as the two Buus are now fighting each other. So, Cell splits himself into two, sending his copy towards Good Buu. During the fight between Buus, Cell jumps out and stabs Good Buu, as Evil Buu watches in confusion. Good Buu falls to the ground as Cell launches towards Evil Buu next. But Evil Buu launches a candy beam that Cell narrowly dodges. Well, he better not push his luck. He uses a solar flare and gets out of there, trying to combine with his original self. And once the two cells are back together, they'll be enough to fight Evil Buu. But as Cell temporarily retreats, it seems that the candy beam hit Good Buu. And naturally, Evil Buu walks up towards him and eats Good Buu. Wow, how many times have we said Buu so far? As Cell's copy gets back to his original self, the two combine once more as he laughs. This is a lot of energy. But as he was absorbing Buu, he noticed that he felt something strange. Almost like there was something besides Buu that he was absorbing. No matter, he doesn't care about that now. Although he does feel a weird energy and a weird barrier within him, this definitely doesn't feel right. He feels stronger, definitely, but different. Something was added to him that wasn't supposed to be. As Cell tries to figure out what happened, he looks over and he sees Super Buu is formed. And Super Buu seems disappointed for some reason. When he absorbed Good Buu, he wasn't as strong as he thought. It seems that Cell had something to do with it. Little does Cell know, he just took something from Buu unexpectedly. When he was drinking Buu's energy, he accidentally absorbed the two Kais within Buu, Grand Supreme Kai and South Kai. These two guys, who influenced and empowered Buu before, are now having the same effect on Cell. Angry and grunting, Super Buu then sets his sights on Cell, wanting to achieve more power. As Cell ponders what happened to him, he gets ready to fight, as Super Buu lunges towards him. In the meantime, while this entire fight was happening, it seemed there was some progress on the sacred world of Kais. It did take a bit of time, but Vegeta was eventually able to pull out the Z-Sword after stressing himself. Thinking about Tarble allowed him to summon that anger from before, empowering him and helping him pull out the sword. As the other warriors train with Shin and Kibito, Vegeta practices with the Z-Sword, although it's clearly going to take some time to get used to. But with this, he may be able to defeat Buu, as well as Cell if he's still an issue. Let's say by this point, about an hour or so has passed. Given how matched Buu and Cell were, that seems reasonable. Not incredibly long, but not short either. And by now, Vegeta's already practicing with the Z-Sword, slowly getting stronger and getting the hang of handling it. He grew remarkably fast. And now it's time to actually test swinging it. He practiced wielding the thing, and now it might be good to test it out in combat. He channels his inner Trunks. If his future son can do it, then Vegeta can wield a sword too. It's time for a stress test. Shin decides he'll help out, as he creates a block of Kachin. He knows the Z-Sword is strong, it should be able to slice this in half with ease. And if not, well, Vegeta breaks his arm or something. He'll just heal it. Vegeta realizes the risk and doesn't care. He needs to know this will work against Buu. If it could slice this block in half, it should be good enough. So he flings it at Vegeta as Vegeta swings his sword. They hear a sharp crack, and everyone thinks it works, but they see the block of Kachin still flying, with Vegeta standing there holding half a sword. Did they just break the Z-Sword? Amidst their panic, they don't even realize that something was released from the Z-Sword. A strange old man dressed like a Kai. Amidst all the chaos, they didn't even realize this. Who is this mysterious man supposed to be? And more importantly, he looks like a Kai. Is there any way he can help them? The fight between Cell and Buu continues on Earth, as Elder Kai introduces himself to the group, hearing about what happened and saying that he may be able to help somehow. But we'll be saving that for next time. We'll leave off here for now. So what did you guys think about this part? How will Elder Kai be able to help everyone? What will happen between Cell and Buu on Earth? And will our heroes be able to win? Leave all your thoughts and suggestions in the comments below. I'll be sure to check them out to see what all you guys think. As always, if you liked the video, be sure to drop a like. And let's try to hit that like goal from the beginning of the video so we can get another part of this series. If you haven't already, why not subscribe? As well as hitting the bell icon to get notified about any future parts of this What If, or any other videos that I upload on my channel. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.